Okay, thank you very much, Matthew. Bellew of the Week for episode 478. Matty's on the call, as you heard. We've got Ozzy here as well. We've also got Andy and Rapping Rob Kelly calling in from his holes. Let's get on to Bellew of the Week. Quite a few videos sent in. So let's start off with one sent in by Ricky Graville. It's our old friend Ben Davison. Let's see what Ben's up to.
Otherwise, everyone who could throw every punch in the book would be a world champion, wouldn't they? No. What separates them is not the punches. It's how they apply them, the in-between. That's what needs to be getting spoke to. That's what he needs to. That's what he needs to be looking for. You can't really say that because nothing to do with that, because football managers, Jose Mourinho worked with Chelsea, worked with Man United. I'm a boxing trainer. I'm not going to sit there and say, I'll take that job. He might go, what does he know? Fuck all, idiot. Do you know what I mean? But
it's almost like my work here's done. I can't imagine Jesus going, I've told a few people here in Bethlehem I'm the Son of God. Can I just stay here with Mum and Dad now? No, you got to move on. You got to spread the word. You got to go to Nazareth, please. And that's very much like me. My world does not end with these four walls. Slough's a big place, and when I finish with Slough, there's Reading, Aldershot, Bracknell. I've got a Didcot, Yateley, my Winnersh, Taplow. Because I am my own boss. I can Burfield. I can wake up one morning and go, I don't feel like working today. Can I just stay in bed? I don't know. You better ask the boss. David, can I stay in bed all day? Yes, you can, David. Both me. That's not me in bed with another bloke called David.
Oh my fucking god!
Who put that masterpiece together?
It was off YouTube. Ricky sent it me.
Brilliant. Fucking excellent.
And speaking of, I'd also like to wish a genuinely a happy Pride Month to Donnie and Gabe.
Is Gabe still alive?
We don't know, man. It's touch and go, innit? We don't know.
Yeah.
Not related to Pride Month, by the way. We're not going to say anything like that.
Yeah. Alive with a cock in each hand, and neither of them is his.
Anyway, thanks for sending that in, Ricky. Matty, you mentioned about being, was it one good deed away from sainthood? Perhaps we could get you this then to celebrate the Tyson Fury prayer candle.
Oh my god! As a person with
$15 no less, Matty.
As a person with so many Catholic relatives, I just see this as wonderful. I go to the store and they always have the Mother Mary and the Jesus candles in the Hispanic aisle, and I wish that they had a Tyson Fury candle there because I would have it.
Big seller on Puerto Rican Day, this one, isn't it?
I'd have two. I would have two.
Saint Fury there. Yeah, you need to get that.
Yeah.
Get into the old lungs, Matty. You'll be speaking like John Fury in no time.
Yeah. He's the saint of sobriety.
Possibly. Anyway, yeah. I can't remember who sent that in, but thank you anyway. Next one here, Dominic Ingle. My latest single release is available on all streaming platforms. Give it a listen, a like, and a save. It's called I Met a Girl. There you are. There's Dom.
Reminds me of fucking Millhouse's dad when he released this single, wasn't it? Can I borrow a feeling?
Oh, Dominic. I haven't heard it, though. Have you heard it yet, Andy, at all? No?
I haven't heard it, mate. No, sorry. I seen. Was it very real nice? Derek was actually on the Twitter with his electric guitar, playing over top it. So it must have been shite.
Oh, Dominic is enjoying himself. Anyway, Oscar de la Coca. This is what really goes down before those boxing interviews you watch. Old Ben himself, nice guy that he is, asking for things not to be. What is it? Cut that, as Eddie would say.
He said, I'm going to fucking jump in here and defend Ben Shalom, by the way.
Oh,
nice guy. And we're very unbiased on this pod, so if I had to take Ben Shalom to task for doing something,
Adam Smith would take him to task.
I would do it, but he's not that kind of guy, like, is he? He's not like Suge Knight all in the videos like a certain other promoter, and he doesn't want to get into a war of words commenting on like, other people's fighters and other situations, and plus Pro Bellum are suing Boxer for defamation at the moment. Pro Bellum, by the way, are saying that they have no links to fucking Kinahan anymore. I love the way every couple of weeks that they deny links to MTK, and then some internet sleuth finds out that like on LinkedIn somebody in their office is fucking leasing the fucking premises or something that works at Pro Bellum. And I was saying to the lads in the chat, it's like that fucking scene out of White Man Can't Jump where your man goes to rob the store and your man's like, "Hey Raymond, is that you?" No, this ain't Raymond. That's what the CEO of Pro Bellum is like, innit? But I kind of understand where Shalom is coming from. Like he's not with the verbal fucking jousting. He's not capable of verbally jousting with Eddie Hearn and that. Like, is he really? So he's probably best avoiding it. But yeah, failure of the week for Ben Shalom, all around nice looking guy and great kid.
To be fair, it was an open, wet dream for all Eddie Hearn's fucking supporters, though, wasn't it? Eddie that answers all the questions. He answers every question. Doesn't ask for anything to be deleted. My arse.
But that's easy to do when you're lying with the answers, isn't it?
Yeah. Takes his time.
Hey, Steve, pull up that GIF again that you just showed. Dude, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, that looks like, depending on when you come into the picture, it's either the best plastic surgery job in the history of man or the worst.
Sorry, Oz, go ahead.
I was going to say, I agree with Rob on this, by the way. Like, I get it, you know, it's not a good look from it, but from my perspective, which it's like basically what I work in, it's not unheard of if you were to do like a presser, you will only answer questions on certain things, for example, and you know, people will make clear at the start, we're not going to answer questions on X, Y, and Z because, and I think in boxing, because there's so many YouTubers going around who'll put cameras in your face, we expect everybody to be like an open book and answer everything. And ultimately, they don't need to do that. Now, there's two things. Boxing Social have clearly leaked this, or it looks like it's come from that. And if that's the case, that's really poor. You know, there's a trust element there, and it's been leaked out, whether it was intentionally leaked out or it was shown and then has been passed on, you've got a trust element there, which is wrong. And other promoters will do a full interview, answer questions, and then at the end of it go, actually, can you take X, Y, and Z out? Because I don't know if, you know, it's right that we leave that in. On the other side, Shalom, you know, I get him, you know, what he could have done is just have your standard corporate line ready, you know, to talk about it, you know. So, you know, they ask him about Pro Bellum, you know, I'm not at liberty to say, I don't really have an opinion on it, full stop. That's it. You don't have to go into detail and be like an open book and, you know, pour your heart out to every answer. I don't know why, you know, I don't know the issue about, you know, not wanting to comment on, you know, Joshua, Hearn, that sort of stuff. Because again, if he's no real opinion, just give a blunt answer. Interviewer has to move on. He's not going to be grilled, is he? You know, and like, well, keep prodded, you know, pushed on getting an answer. If he gives something boring back, they'll just move on, you know, because ultimately it's not going to draw views for it.
But like,
so
who are these people, Oz, that are fucking at home like going, I'm raging I didn't get fucking Ben Shalom's take on Anthony Joshua's potential move to Sky and DAZN. Why?
Exactly.
This is unacceptable. Like, who the fuck cares?
Nobody. And it only looks bad because this has happened, you know, and it, you know, he's trying to dictate, you know, the narrative of the interview. But at the same time, if he got asked a question and was really blunt on it, would we be any worse off? No, absolutely not. And I don't really care what he has to say, you know, like, ultimately, he has just got a TV channel. His company is signed with Sky. So if Sky lose Anthony Joshua because he goes to DAZN, it's nothing to do with Ben Shalom. He could just say, you know, it's a blow for the channel, you know, but we're doing big things. And yeah, we're going to, you know, look to create our own nights, you know, like we did with Amir Khan, Kell Brook. Full stop. Move on, and you just completely blasé over it. So I saw some people slagging him off. I look at it from a different perspective because I've been involved in other bits, you know, different sports, football, cricket, rugby, from where, you know, if they've got, you know, they're doing a presser about a certain event, NFL in particular as well, they will not answer questions on, you know, certain things. Prime one will be Deshaun Watson, who's gone to the Cleveland Browns, you know, has got all sorts of legal stuff hanging over him, and they just won't answer questions on it whatsoever. And they'll say it at the start, they'll still ask a question, and they won't answer about it. But there's clear reasons why. So I get Shalom in this instance. He could have just handled it a bit different, answered the question just really boring, rather than say, "Don't ask me." But if we'd never have seen this video and you watched the interview, you wouldn't have been sat there thinking, like you said, Rob, I'd love to know what he thinks about Bellew or DAZN or Eddie Hearn. You just wouldn't care. That thought process wouldn't enter your mind. So yeah, for me, I get it. I get it. The support for Shalom. I understand it. It's not a great look, and it could have been handled different. But I'm not going to slag him off for it either.
And to the fucking Eddie Hearn defenders, one of the listeners in the chat there is after making a really good point. Who's pressed Eddie Hearn on his relationship with Kinahan, by the way? Has he ever, he skirts around that one? Fucking, he doesn't really go, he answers every question, but he doesn't really go into much detail there on that one, does he?
Look at the way San danced the Saudi Arabia question when it came down to Joshua Usyk getting made.
Well, Rob, I think that you should feel ashamed for saying that someone like Kinahan would associate with somebody like Eddie Hearn, for God's sake. Why would he associate with such scum?
I have a lot of things to feel ashamed about, Matty, but I don't think that's one of them. But on that note, I'm going to bounce. But I'm just going to give my nomination for the fucking, it has to be Boxer Size Ben, because I'm sure you're going to get to it. What a fucking cunt, man. What is he talking about him? I leave us to it to discuss it. I look forward to listening to all your takes on it. What a prick, man. With his fucking ring positioning and his fucking looks and his ins and outs and his exit strategy and his 4-4-2 formation. He's a fucking absolute knob. So Boxer Size Ben gets my nomination and it catches on a flip-flop. Have a go, lad.
Enjoy the Suzuki.
Thanks, Rob. Right, moving on. One person who doesn't need any leaking whatsoever because he does it all himself is Oscar. He says, for all the idiots who know shit about boxing, Jimmy Kelly was up on all scorecards and is a real threat to anyone at 160. Congratulations, Jaime Munguia. And now we will haunt Charlo every day until Daddy Al lets him fight. Fair play to Oscar on this one. All these people know shit about boxing, know nothing about Jimmy Kelly coming in. A lot like this guy, actually.
Or maybe the casual fans before July 16th. Is there a date, a fight coming up on the Golden Boy calendar that we should look out for? Tell us something. Put your promoter hat on here for a second. And what's a fight that maybe we're not talking about that the MMA fans over here watching this show would be like, damn, I need to see that. Is there something that comes to mind?
Yeah. So I have Jaime Munguia fighting this Saturday, actually at the Honda Center. We'll have like 12,000 people there. It's going to be, he's fighting actually, I don't even know who the hell he is, who he's fighting. Yeah.
What a promoter.
Then literally 2 days later, he's like bigging them up. He's a great fighter.
What a fucking idiot.
I mean, listen. See, he came out to Junior and saying that his company's worth $1 billion, wasn't it? So fucking Eddie should have been fucking bought him out with that $1 billion that he wasted on all those shitey fights.
Yeah, and Kelly might be a threat to some people at 160 pounds, but he isn't a cruiserweight.
Well,
amazing content there.
You referenced it there. Oscar can't wait to sell Golden Boy Promotions. I'm sitting on $1 billion company, and then as you said, he tweeted out a couple of days later saying he'd had an offer. Should he take it or not?
If it's for $1 billion, you should take it.
Was it like Monopoly money? Like $1 billion in Monopoly money?
Fuck, inflation's bitch, isn't it? I mean, goddamn.
Well, cocaine's no cheap these days, mate.
I think I don't know that I don't even know that that's if that's $100 million company. To be honest with you, I don't. What the talent they have? I mean, what are you buying?
Canelo's gone. No way.
What are their assets?
Canelo was worth about, was it 96% of the revenue or something ridiculous?
Yeah.
Somebody said.
It was something crazy. Huh? It was him that kept them gone fucking for the best part of 3 years.
You got like Jaime Munguia and Sinisa Estrada.
Victor Ortiz,
Virgil
Ortiz, sorry. There was somebody else.
Rocha, Ryan Garcia.
That's
Garcia, yeah.
He's one knockout away for like ending the sport, like. So
he needs to fight first.
Yeah, this is true. He was called out Tank Davis, but
Oscar's just probably sitting there like, hell, if the offer's $20 million and my mortgage is. If I can pay off my house with $700,000 and I owe my Coke dealer $2.8 million, that leaves me. Anyways.
Yeah, he's fucked. He needs to get back in the ring shortly.
Oh, he's going to have to. No, Des made the point in the chat. Great fighter. He's a strange man, is Oscar. But anyway, we're not going to stop there. Here he is previewing this weekend's fights. Let's see if he's got any more inside knowledge since that last
Fuck
one.
me.
This is gonna be it's gonna be an entertaining, fun fight. I've been studying Cali for a while now, and he's the real
So
deal.
I have Jaime Munguia fighting this Saturday, actually at the Honda Center. It's we'll have like 12,000 people there. It's gonna be. He's fighting actually. I don't even know who the hell he is. Who he's fighting.
I've been studying Cali for a while now. He's coming off an amazing win, and I strongly feel that when you're from the hotbed of boxing now overseas in the UK, you have like a chip on your shoulder. You have something to prove, and you're always ready to fight. And so this is going to be a great fight. And whenever Jaime Munguia fights, it's always action packed. So it's going to be a lot.
But that's how I was trying to make a Jaime Munguia versus Charlo fight, but the problem is Al Heyman again. He blocks it, so so I had to move on to the next contender. There was this kid Cali.
I've been studying Cali for a while now.
I'm the biggest fight fan ever, and I don't know who he is.
Wow.
But it should be a fun fight.
It's weird. It's just like he just came off of a really good win against incapable Hindu. I mean, cannot Islam.
Yeah, hell, man! I swear to God, he was even wiping away the sweat off his brow there at one point. He was talking that much shit. He was fucking nerves. Jesus.
He's not in a good place, is he?
No.
Mate, I don't know
He's
what
fucking all over the place.
He is. And that missus that has got him on all the Botox treatments and that these days as well, eh? So fuck knows, man.
Probably not helping us nominating him for Bellew of the Week multiple times then.
Oh well, mate, it's a strong leader so far. Who gives a fuck?
It's his best chance at a W in the last 12, 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was Ranger Rollins who made that, by the way, but shout out to him. Let's move on swiftly and leave Oscar alone. And on to another fella. Is Richard Riakporhe more ruthless than Deontay Wilder? Johnny Nelson says the Brit has better technique. People have suggested Richard is a cruiserweight Deontay Wilder, but I think Richard is more cultured. Deontay was brute strength, but technique-wise, I think Richard is better, says Johnny Nelson.
Johnny Nelson says that James Denison would beat Gervonta Davis right now.
He might have. We never know.
We'll never know. He's retired now, so Davis his arse can start breathing again, so he'll be okay. He'll be okay. Fucking Johnny Nelson, man. He fucking doesn't believe half the shit that he talks, man.
Archie Sharp smiles. I'm living in Shakur Stevenson's head rent-free, Matty. Archie Sharp.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about all the different threats that Shakur Stevenson might have around his weight, you got Devin Haney, you have Gervonta Davis, but nobody's talking about Archie Sharp, and that's a mistake, because bam, that's when you get a fucking surprise, and he's going to be there to kick that ass, should they ever make that fight, but they got to get the money right, Steve. I mean, what's Archie Sharp worth? How do you put a value on Archie Sharp?
Well, that knockout of Declan Geraghty was pretty brutal, so I'd say quite a lot, Matty.
Like $50,000 in a hooker?
Maybe not as much as that.
But I don't think he's going to accept those terms.
You never know, he might get the fight yet. Dylan tweeted out, Ricky Graville let us know about this one. My mate works in a prison, and Tony, I don't want to be a celebrity Bellew, turned up to visit his mate with a load of pre-written autographs for the guards.
Just leave him alone, guys. Fuck's sake.
Who?
Anthony Bellew.
What? Why do I want this? No,
Imagine
I won't give you a cigarette.
You've been done for murder, you're in solitary confinement, and then Bellew turns up, you think the sentence can't get any worse?
You're right, mates. How you doing, mates?
Hey, Tony, if it makes you feel better, some inmates might actually jerk off to your photo.
Sodomites.
Tony turning up there. Another one that was put on YouTube this week. I'm not sure who was responsible for it, but congratulations, you did a great job. Leonard Ellaby versus Eddie Hearn diss track. I think it was Dominic who sent me this one as well. Let's have a look.
No sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll smack the shit out of him in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I would just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard Ellaby, why you always talking about me?
Didn't you fucking learn your lesson from that with AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll knock that motherfucker's hole out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
It ain't no hats to throw nothing in here. We're running a fucking business.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard Ellaby, why you talking about me?
He had a budget of well over $1 billion.
And it just kind of keeps going like that. Fucking
Fair
idiot.
play to whoever made that.
Can you imagine if Eddie ever turns up with James Prince as his fucking bodyguard? Ellaby will shit his pants, man.
James Prince, man, you're on a different level there, Andy.
I know. I don't think Eddie would bet the banter juice, and Ellaby would be fucking getting threats to fucking throw down with people if fucking James Prince was kicking about. I can guarantee you.
Oh dear, that was a good one. So next one we have here. We're on to 478. J-Bro, young Daniel dad, nominated by the Motor City Cobra. J-Bro says, I don't think people quite comprehend how much of a mismatch Haney versus Lomachenko is. I would rather Haney go up to 140, but if he fights Loma at 135 next, that's cool. He can embarrass Loma, and then we can hear more excuses why Loma lost that one, and now he's the tiniest lightweight of all time.
Fucking hell.
Oh dear, I don't know where you get these boys from, Andy, to be honest.
Well, you ask Motor City Cobra about that one, mate. I don't know where. I didn't follow this guy. What the fuck? J-Bro, young Dan. I'm just going to block him right now. Give me 2 minutes.
While Andy's off blocking him, let's hear it in. Let's check in with Ben again. Ben Davison over on Instagram.
Oh, no.
Somebody sent him a message. What do you think Joshua has to do to beat Usyk in the rematch? And Ben said, ring positioning first and foremost. He has to be composed enough to be able to process what is going on. When I did this, Usyk's response was, and register that information. It's important that he is able to create to then break rhythm. This will at times cause Usyk to reset and break base, which is something Joshua can use to his advantage. He has to switch up the point of attacks, making it hard for Usyk to anticipate, which will also make it difficult for Usyk to counter. I think, goes on Ben, he could do with being more compact but still naturally orthodox or southpaw. There will be some lead hand engagement, which he can use to his advantage if he understands what to expect from different looks. But Usyk is very good with his own lead hand, so I think it's vital Joshua learns to claim and regain the initiative in these moments. He then concludes he has to be able to create opportunities and know when to attack. There we go, boys.
Why didn't he hire him?
Well, to be honest, mate, Robert Garcia doesn't watch as much tape as what Ben Davison's unrivaled work, mate. But to be honest, some of it is just like right in my head. I mean, for fuck's sake, when he's talking about here, this is some of the shit that you say to him. Try and pull it up here again. I think he could do with being more compact, but still naturally orthodox southpaw. There will be some lead hand engagement which he can use to his advantage if he understands what to expect from different looks. What's he fucking? What different looks like? I mean, it's clear what fucking Usyk's you're going to give him. Fucking Joshua's like, even Bellew's come out saying like Joshua's going to come out very aggressive and take it. Fucking Joshua's not going to tank to come out aggressive for like round one to go to war. You know, I think he's got maybe 3-4 rounds tops fighting like that before Usyk then starts to fucking tee off on him.
Michael Thompson says what did he say? This is like what he tells his fighters in between rounds.
Yeah, they'll probably go to sleep at that point actually as well. He needs to wake him up before the fucking round starts.
Okay, Ben Davison there giving the advice. One person who could have benefited from Ben's advice over the weekend was Black China, apparently. It was on the Bitcoin Rodney fight card. I think he could have taken Ben's advice on board, and that might have avoided this unfortunate ending.
Oh, big forward, hands down, and that's it. Now that's shot to the top of the head. You remember Mike Tyson knocked out Trevor Burbeck this way, and it looks like All right, Mr. Ochoa has knocked out.
What the
Starts talking
Christ?
Tyson Burbick.
Jesus, that's like one of the uppercuts you see in the movies, man. The guy gets knocked across the fucking bar, right across the snooker table. Fucking hell, what's going on there?
It's like the Phil Silvers show, man. When they've done the boxing, let's have another look at the knockout. Let's have another look here.
Oh, big forward. Hands down, and that's it.
What the fuck off?
I assumed it was just some sort of like piss take, like wrestling style thing, because, well, don't look fucking real.
Bitcoin Rodney, Ozzy, come on.
I smack women's asses harder than that.
Can't do that these days, mate, before they start complaining,
Need to play that on Chicks with Dig, Matty.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. Bitcoin Rodney in the promotional game. This is what boxing's coming to. David Adelaide was nominated by Jimmy Tunn. What's everyone's predictions for tonight? Dubois versus Bryan. Or Bryan. Is that even a question? It was for David Adelaide. Andy, you don't know shit about boxing, tagged me in on this. He said, not sure if this is a bullshit title or not, but check out the Japan champion belt. That's some belt, isn't it, that there?
Yeah, it is, mate. That is the Japanese title belt, yep.
Looking like an Argos belt, but there you go. Whoever's won that, congratulations to them. Final few videos from me before we close out Bellew of the Week for 478. The much maligned Jimmy Lee, he's only 18, bless him, but he's got thrown in, so anyone can get it.
You looked heavy-handed, spiteful, and much improved tonight.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that come out here tonight. I'm choked up. I'm made for this game, and anybody who wants it can have it. People underestimated me, but I'm here, and I'm here to stay.
I'm a real man. I'm a man.
What? A real man. Jesus Christ.
Do you know what? I'm pretty sure his opponent as well was something like 2-48 who he beat.
Anybody can get it, Oz.
Yeah, oh yeah, correct. Yeah, what 1-0 Jimmy Lee beat? 2-24-2 Ricky Starkey. So yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he had half as many losses as you thought.
What's he going to be like when he gets his first defeat, man? He'll be absolutely gutted.
It's the way he was in tears saying anyone can get it. I'm sure people will be quaking in the boots seeing that.
Probably on the front of the bench. I want him next, baby. Get him on the fucking. Give me the contract now.
It's like Jay from In-Betweeners, all grown up in boxing.
Poor Jimmy Lee. We'll let him off the hook. Declan Graffin says, don't know if it's already been nominated, but Bellew of the Week nomination for the ref in the Vargas Linger fight. He's obviously knew who the A side was, Matty, but nearly got him killed in the process. 5 people had to get in the ring to stop it.
That was fucking terrible, that, by the way.
I can't believe I forgot to go into that discussing that card.
Yeah,
it was
awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah.
It's hard to talk about, especially with that cat dying this last week, but the ref's just like watching it go on, and they had someone coming up on the fucking apron, someone walking into the ring. It just became pointless after a while. Thank God he seems to be okay. But that was a performance that would have even put Steve Smoger on the edge of his seat.
Yeah. Vargas got banged out heavy as well by Zepeda, didn't he, in that grudge match? So they're going to have to take a look at him and his license, I think, because he looked like shit, man. He really, really badly wobbled. Anyway.
Yeah, he got brutalized by Zepeda.
Yeah, we're nominating for Bellew of the Week. Talking of brutalisation, Matty, I know you have some screen captions, but this is the one that I've got here. Not strictly boxing, but it sounds like it went down. Brothers fight aboard Jet 2 flight after one urinates on the other. What happened here, Matty?
I forgot to get the screen caps, but I basically have memorized this story, Steve. So lucky us. So these two guys are flying from I think they're flying from London to Greece, and they drank while they were on the flight 2 liters of vodka that they somehow got onto the flight, and they started arguing and got into a fist fight, which at one point one guy just whipped it out and started pissing on his brother. The man that was pissed on was far more apologetic, so he didn't get charged quite as badly. But the other brother is facing more serious charges, and neither are allowed to fly on that airline again.
They had to redirect the flight to Corfu, didn't they, to get the cops to yank them off?
Yeah, it was
Yank him
pretty
off.
serious shit. Yeah,
With handcuffs on. Dirty
and-
bastards.
And they had serious airport security. They had to stop before their destination. It was a whole shit fest. Having to top the Mike Tyson incident on the plane. I got to give it to these brothers. I think this is a hard one to beat, Steve.
Ben Russell says a couple of brothers, some Africans or Black Britons.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna have to play that now on. Let's see if I've
Bunsey.
still got it
Pierre
on.
Bunsey.
Hang on, here we are. Where's Bunsey? Oh, here we are.
Ukraine, you know.
You think you're not bothered? You're gonna take it?
But I had the two brothers go to a restaurant there. I was gonna go eat in their restaurant.
What, a couple of African guys or just a couple of Black Britons?
No, the Klitschko brothers got a restaurant.
Oh, the Klitschko brothers. I thought you meant two brothers.
No.
Oh, the Klitschko brothers got a restaurant.
Yeah, they got a big restaurant there apparently, so I'm gonna go have a steak there.
Do you know what?
That's a classic.
It gets worse every time you see it, Bones, doesn't it? How the fuck does he still have a career in TV? I mean, with that and then the Jay Goody stuff, you can't make it up. You cannot make it up. And he has the audacity to slag people off who call him out on stuff. You just need to play him that video. How can he explain that? Crazy.
That video should be edited together with the broadcaster saying, and for more on Black History Month, I turn it over to Steve Bunce.
Fuck me.
Yes, MB says Satanta was TV gold was with Bunsey. It certainly was. I do have another video here somewhere. Let me see if I can fish it out. It is Don King. I haven't actually watched this one, so we shall enjoy it together.
Thoughts on also Eddie Hearn?
Eddie Hearn, I feel kind of sad for Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn is taking everybody's top quality guy. He's being a master of losing money, but more importantly, he loses the reputation of the gladiator that he has instead of extolling his virtue and putting him out there in front of the people so he could be lavishly appraised and working, that it would have a common goal where it could be with the people, for the people, and by the people. He puts them in a position where they lose. They lose all the luster that they had and how they really worked up and did it. And so,
amidst that babbling, he made a few fair points.
The Don still icing people in 2022. Those are all the ones that I've got then, gentlemen. Quite a strong week, I think you'll agree, especially on the video side of things. Andy, do you have anything to throw into the mix?
Just the one, mate. During the fight between Naito Donaire and Nayo Inoue, as Inoue was bludgeoning Donaire into retirement, some thieves broke into Inoue's house, stole designer bags and expensive jewellery. So they took the chance actually not to fucking meet uranium fists in the house, waited till he was elsewhere, then broke into his house and decided to rob him. So
they had that staked out for a goddamn long time, man. That was actually like a motherfucker.
I was actually thinking about poor Ricky Hatton one year when he actually posted on social media it was away on holiday to Spain. That same fucking night his house got tanned. So poor Ricky. So you got to watch what you're doing, boys. You got to watch what you're doing.
Ended better in Spain than it did for Scott Harrison.
Yeah, true, mate. He ended up in jail there, eh?
He certainly did. They all the ones that you've got under?
That's me, mate.
Lovely stuff. Matthew, any from you, please?
Only that the airline one.
And that was a strong one, as it was. Ozzy, any from you, please, finally?
No.
Nothing from Ozzy. Let's go through them very quickly then before we make our picks. First of all, we had the Tyson Fury prayer candle coming in at number 1. We had Dominic Ingles' single. We had Ben Shalom and his interviewing. We had Oscar, quite a few from Oscar this week. He's had a bit of a mare. We had Johnny Nelson talking about Richard Rappoe and John Taylor Wilder. We had Archie Sharp talking about Shakur Stevenson. We had Tony Bellew turning up at the prison. We had J-Bro talking about Lomachenko and Haney. We had Ben Davison being like David Brent. We had David Adelaide. We had the Japanese title. We had the referee in the Josue Vargas Dakota Linga fight, and we had the two brothers fighting on Jet 2. Don King talking about Eddie Hearn, Jimmy Lee getting all emotional, the Bitcoin Rodney Black China fight, Oscar again, and Eddie Hearn and Leonard Ellaby going back and forward. Don't know who you're going for, Andy, but I think for me, seeing as his body of work, much like his career, that
Yes.
made me travel across to Las Vegas and watch him live and in person in 2003. Great fighter, car crash of a man. It's Oscar De La Hoya for me.
Without doubt, mate. Oscar De La Coco, just gone for it, mate. So, yeah, without doubt, big Oscar.
2 for Oscar. Matty, Rob left his pick, didn't he? Like his legacy before he left. Who did he go for again? Was it Ben Davidson? I can't remember who he picked now. Remember?
I don't remember, but I think it's going to be a one and done on that one, regardless. I think you guys are going to get it this week, no problem. So I'm going for the guys who peed on each other and fought on the plane. As somebody who once revenge peed on another person before, I appreciate the effort, and I know how tensions can flare.
But how the hell can you just pull your cock out in the middle of a fucking crowded flight and just start pissing on your own brother like that?
Yeah, I did it in a garage with like 6 or 7 people.
Well, these flights, they are quite expensive these days. So 1 for the Fighting Brothers, 2 for Oscar De La Hoya, and 1 for whoever it was Rob picked. If you're in the chat and you can remember who Rob went for, throw it in now. Ozzy, who are you going for your pick of the week, episode 478?
It has to be De La Hoya. It's just an overwhelming, favourite. The guy's a fucking buffoon.
Oscar De La Hoya, then. Congratulations. You are top promoter about to sell your promotional company for billions. You're also the Bellew of the Week for episode 478. Congratulations.